Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight, this one is all about the teaching moments. We are back in the Iowa. This was going to be kind of a placeholder sort of game for you guys, but I promise this is a good one and it has a lot of good teaching moments. Making hard decisions that sometimes you just have to make in order to go for the win. A lot of people just do not play to win. I don't understand it. I don't know why this occurs, but it is a thing that people just do not play for the win a lot of times. They're selfish. I know, shocker. People are selfish in this game. I get caught up in it myself occasionally, but I make content for you guys, so that's my justification for being selfish. I lie, but anyway. Before we get this match started, don't forget, we are on the path to 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So, if you haven't already hit the subscribe button, what are you waiting for? You know you come by every single day and you enjoy watching my videos. So, make sure you punch that subscribe button. It's completely free. It don't cost you a dime. Just punch that button and that way you guys can see every day when I post a video. Or if I go live. I do stream quite a bit as well. This week has been a little bit of a chill week in terms of streams and stuff. Bit of a recharge week for me. If you guys know, March, we went hard. We went ham in March. Went full force. Speaking of, Carrier's about to make himself known already. Now, we have a shot at the Kansas over the top of the island. Carrier is going after our destroyer, which tells me that this Carrier player is pretty solid at the game. He knows what he's doing, and that's a good thing. It's a bad thing for me because it's the Carrier on the enemy team. But yeah, he's not a dummy. He didn't come in with a full squadron, and he went straight for the destroyer as soon as he could. So we are going to come over here, give our destroyer a little bit of an AA coverage. Now, if you guys remember, recently I actually added a little bit of anti-aircraft to my ship. And the reason being is I'm starting to go up against more and more carriers, and I'll tell you, Iowa's got great AA. But the one thing that the AA lacks in this game is range. The AA tends to be extremely close range, so if you don't get a chance to reach out and touch the aircraft, they still get to drop all their ordnance on you anyway. Sure, you'll shoot them down after they drop their bombs, but sometimes it's nice to shoot them down before they drop their bombs. But as you can see, we are shredding planes. We're already up to 6 planes shot down, and we're just getting started. This poor Carrier did not expect to go up against I'm not saying it's a full AA build. Y'all know I'm a dispersion main. I like my battleships to hit what I'm aiming at. That is the forefront of my builds. Holy crap, down goes our Fletcher. That's not ideal. But yeah, we're already behind the 8-ball. But we're into the cap. We're denying this destroyer his cap. And he's going to come around the corner thinking he's got an easy run on me, and I'm already expecting it. Front guns out. We see the torpedoes. We're going to go ahead and slow down, turn in. Those torps are not even close. But you can see, I'm like, all right, come on, boys. Get rid of this little turd. Do not let him escape. And if there's one thing that I can say about this Lightning is he really needed to go all in here and get rid of this little turd. This Lightning is shooting, and he's doing a pretty decent job. You can see we're doing a pretty good job as well of sitting here protecting our destroyer from these planes. We're up to 13 planes shot down already. And trust me, we're just getting started. We're going to have a lot more than that by the end of this game. But what this destroyer does next slightly bugs me. Okay? And I'll tell you why. Remember what I said that this game was all about. It's the teaching moments. Play to win. I don't know why everybody has to be selfish. And this destroyer is going to be the epitome of selfish. Now, he smokes up here, which I get. I understand. But we can't spot the planes very well. We are getting to shred the planes. He does, once again, a text mark of a good Carrier player is when they drop their torps and they don't drop them on land. Like, he knows to wait until he has the torps over the water before he drops them. You think that that's like common knowledge, but trust me, as a very bad Carrier player, you'd be surprised how many times I try to get those quick drops off like that and end up dropping on land by accident. And fun fact, torpedoes don't do so well when they hit land. They tend to just stop. I don't know why. But we're going to try to nose forward here. We've repaired our engine. We're going to try to work on this Kansas. Now look at the position the Kansas is in. Okay? Carrier's on its way. Kansas is kiting away. Now what have we always said about chasing kites, guys? The only time that kiting is effective is when you chase it. Right? Now I have a couple of decisions to make right now. The enemy has the center cap. The enemy is currently capturing the alpha cap. We are losing on points by 9 points, and it's only going to grow from here if we're not killing things. Our destroyer is clearly going all the way to the outside of the map to try to go after potentially battleship or carrier. And our battleship buddy that's with us is going to do something very similar. Except he's not going to do what we're going to do. We have made up the decision that at this point, okay, we need to push towards that center cap. I can see how this match is going to go. We're not going to decide right away, but you can see our AA is effectively reaching out and harassing these planes, even at range. And we're going to be able to shoot these planes down before they get to drop their bombs. Or for the most part. He did get one away. And is it going to hit? Nope. He dropped it ahead of us, and we are in reverse, anticipating the drop. But you can see I keep an eye on the mini-map. And this is one thing that a lot of people don't do very well. Paying attention to who's waiting for you to come around the corner. Remember, this battleship next to me doing the exact same thing. Notice how close to the island I am. I'm not just like yellowing around the corner. This guy is not close to that island, which means that New Jersey that's over there is just tearing his broadside apart. There is no will to rebuild that is going to save you if you're just sitting broadside in a freaking battleship to other battleships. Okay? Now, unfortunately, I don't have a choice here. I know that I have to get towards the center cap. I am already anticipating this map going horribly. I know that the carrier's here. I have to anticipate a, bad situation getting worse. So I take this moment while the battleship is pretty far away out there. The Kansas, 16 kilometers. We can assume he's got about 18 kilometers of range, maybe 19 if he's got a good range build. But we'll assume that he's got about 18 kilometers of range. So he's on the higher end of his range. And so we're not going to go full broadside because obviously Kansas, most accurate Tier 7 battleship, it isn't even close. We've got to make sure that we don't give him too many opportunities to blap us. But we also got to make sure that we don't give the guy who's much closer than that too many opportunities to blap us either. As you can see, he gets a pretty nasty shot into our superstructure, hits us for like 10 or 11,000 damage there. But here, I have committed. I'm going to get my front and rear turrets on target while I'm trying to get to the island for cover. But again, we know that the enemy is going to be able to smack us here. I'm just hoping for the best at this point. I'm like, I got to get to the island. You can see I am trying to turn back to the left. Iowas aren't known for their ability to turn. Am I right? They've got terrible rudder shift. They've got terrible, overall turning ability. We get fortunate. He gets a lot of overpins, maybe a couple of pins in there. But for the most part, nothing. The enemy Kansas has decided he wants to not shoot so that he stays dark for a minute. And that's perfect for me because that allows me to focus this New Jersey, keep myself relatively well angled, get behind the island, and start to make my way to the middle cap. And we've done so with 3/4 of our health intact, which is huge. We've already got a clear skies. I don't know if you noticed that. We've already shot down 24 planes. All right? And the carrier at this point, there's a thing with a carrier player. And this is just funny. Like, sometimes, if you've noticed, like a carrier player, there's two types of carrier players. There's the one that goes towards somebody and loses all their planes and goes, well, screw that, I ain't going after that guy again. And then there's the other guy that's like, screw you in particular. You want to shoot my planes down? I'm going to prove a point. And so this guy gets an absolute, he wants my giblets hard. I don't know. It's just one of those things. But we managed to mitigate a lot of damage from the New Jersey. We are going to take these torpedoes and hopefully not take a flood here. You can see we are getting smacked as well. But we don't take the flood. We get our heel off. We got one more heel remaining. We've gotten to the center cap. We're going to be able to break contact from that New Jersey. I am hoping to God that he doesn't get one more shot off here because I am in a very vulnerable position. And I know I'm about to get loaded, so he's probably about to get loaded. And just about the time we get loaded, oh my God, he gets a shot off and slams us for well over 18,000 damage. One shell, or not one shell, but at least one Citadel thrown in there for good measure. Yeah, he tore us apart, which is exactly what I was hoping he didn't have. But, yeah. We're up to 28 planes shot down. The planes are starting to come back. And again, it's one of those situations where I think the carrier has just, like, decided that he wants to kill me. Regardless of how many planes it takes, he's going to try to kill me. And you can see I'm trying to get as close to the island as possible because I want to keep him from being able to drop us. If he drops them too early, he drops them on the island. If he drops them too late, they don't arm. And that's exactly what happened there. The one torpedo that got to us did not arm. And we are very low health. I'm capturing the base. We're 10 seconds away from flipping the cap here. Notice the points difference. The points are very, very close. Both teams have lost 2 ships. Both teams have lost a battleship and a destroyer. So both teams are doing pretty well in terms of maintaining points. And getting this center cap is going to go a long ways towards getting us the victory in the end, hopefully. Now, we have to play smart here because we have also lost our health. Now, there's nobody close enough to give us the will to rebuild currently, and this was before I swapped away from will to rebuild altogether. I ended up going completely away from will to rebuild recently, and so this was recorded before that, obviously. But you can see there's a lot of firepower around the corner here. The carrier's still sending planes after us. We're up to 32 planes shot down, and he's still trying to get planes near us. And you can see that it's not going well for him as the planes just get absolutely shredded before they get to us to drop their bombs. He gets to us. Did not... Well, I guess he did get a bomb away, but it unfortunately missed to the rear of us. But yeah, we're just shredding planes left, right, and center. We're up to 33. Now here, I take a chance. I'm pretty sure we get around the front of the island here. But unfortunately, the game says no. If you've ever seen that, that's an actual situation. It's where you're too close to the island, the shells pass through the island and don't get destroyed. So it looks like they're going to be able to hit the target, but they're actually nullified. So they just go right through the enemy. So it's just it's a part of the game. We all know it's there. It's something to work with. They can't fix it. It's in PC as well. So just one of those things that you know is there. Now, Iowa and Bismarck are trying to fall right into my trap. You can see there's torpedoes headed for them. I don't quite have the shot yet. I can't afford to rush this shot. This Iowa's freaking begging for it. It is absolutely gorgeous. And so I'm going to nose forward just a little bit, wait for our opportunity. He pulls the trigger a little early, gets a shot into our superstructure, which was devastating, but being flat broadside in an Iowa, that's going to be a paddling, and down he goes. Now, we are close enough to have will to rebuild. No, we're not, because the guy that was next to us ended up dying. Unfortunate. Again, it is what it is. It happens. This is why will to rebuild, while it is great, does not save you if you are a doof. And so, we are lucky to be alive. The carrier's still there. We try to get a shot over the island. Did we get it in time? Yes, we managed to take the Bismarck out as well, and you can see the cascade effect is starting to pick up. Now, we did move up forward just enough to get into will to rebuild range. I'm scraping the island, unfortunately, but we're trying to keep ourselves relatively safe here. Don't want to go too crazy. Again, this is coming down to points, guys. Our team is trying to capture the Alpha Cap, but there's an Ochakov over there behind an island. There's the New Jersey here. And then I kind of get stuck on the island, and I have to, like, throw the ship in reverse and then go forward again. Like, I hate that this is a thing. Like, I understand that this happens, but we were moving forward, and then the game is just like, nope, you're stuck. So we try to rock it, and you can see that it starts moving forward again. Didn't change anything other than just rocking it back and forth a little bit. But, yeah, it's just frustrating more than anything. New Jersey, very low health. We're still shooting down planes. We're up to 34 planes shot down. This guy's got to be running out of planes at some point, right? Like, he is, like, still trying to drop planes on us. There's number 35 and 36. Like, this guy is losing every plane that ever existed in the Japanese Navy at this point. Actually, I don't even know if it's Japanese. I forget. I think it was a Lexington, wasn't it? So every American plane that ever existed in the Navy has been shredded. Now here you can see we try to sneak a shot around the island. Unfortunately, not quite able to lob it. But our battleship goes full broadside to the Ochakov. Not a good idea. Remember, the Kansas is still out there somewhere. There's still a destroyer out there. There's still a carrier out there. Though the carrier is going to be very ineffective, I think, from this point. But you can see I'm moving up for the sole purpose to try to, A, give the guy in front of me will to rebuild if he's got it. and B, to try to potentially help with this Ochakov or any AA that we can assist with. Remember, we've got the extended range on our AA, so our AA is actually still helping. We're up to 37 planes shot down, and we're about to maybe get another one if we can get it, and there it goes. That's 38 planes shot down. Ochakov is hiding behind the island pretty solidly. The two battleships have decided that that's who they want to go for. You can see I am going bow in towards the potential battleship threat. Their destroyer has gotten into the Charlie cap, and their carrier is in that direction as well. So I just want to bow in. That way I'm not giving up in a juicy angle or anything like that. We've got the points lead. They cannot win at this point. It's 13 seconds left. All we have to do is stay alive and we win. This is why I say you play to win, folks. It's huge. That carrier player is still bringing like squadrons of 3 out to play. But we survive. We pick up our dreadnought. We got almost a double clear skies. Like legitimately almost picked up a double clear skies. I know it's not possible, but pretty close. But 81,000 damage is not a huge damage game. But we get a dreadnought, we get our planes, and we get a 3,000 base XP because of the solo cap, because of the assist cap, because of the plane shot down, trying to help our team in the best way we can. So, guys, for the love of God, please, play to win the match. Pay attention to the minimap so that you're not giving yourself up too easily, and then try to go for the caps if you have to win the match. All right? And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.